Good afternoon. You're watching PTV. It is October 16th, 2019, and this is the time for your daily dose of Disney. I'm Arnie, and I see Doug is in the chat using our name Pepper Tree Villa. Please say hi to Doug if you have not already. It's good to see you all. Thank you for being here. I'll be honest with you, it's a very thin day in the world of history for Disney. I'll give you a for instance on that as I go on. Hello, Pam. Thank you for joining. Good to have you. And Paper, Scissors, Vacations. Oh my. Lena, thank you. And Mike, good to have you. I want my PTV. Yes, definitely. Thank you. So it is October 16th. This is actually a rather interesting day in Disney history. While not much has happened throughout the years, I must say hello, Rosie. And Rosa, thank you for being here. 1923. Hello, Stevie Lee. Thank you for joining. October 16th, 1923. The Disney Brothers Studio was founded as a partnership the day after Walt and his brother signed a contract with M.J. Winkler, who was a New York cartoon distributor, to produce a series of animated short subjects called Alice Comedies. Yeah, Diz our dream. Yeah, you're just in time to hear. This is the day that Walt Disney Company was born, 1923. So on this day, also, Walt sent a letter to the parents of an actress by the name of Virginia Davis. He persuaded them to move to Hollywood from Kansas City, where Walt had knew them from. And on that day, the letter stated that she could star in his new combination live action and animated shorts. He was doing live action and animation from the very beginning. So yeah, Mary Poppins 40 years later, old hat for Walt. So that was in 1923. And like I said, not much happened in history. Let's jump forward 50 years. On this day in 1973, Walt Disney Productions celebrated its 50th anniversary. Hello, Rachel from Corpus Christi. Good to have you. Hope everything is going well with your trip with your dad in Texas. Okay, let's go forward to 2001. October 16, 2001, facing a decline in theme park guests since 9/11, Walt Disney World decides to postpone the opening of their new resort that they're building, the Pop Century. The first phase was supposed to have been scheduled to open in March of 2002. However, hey, Mark Way Up, thank you for joining. However, it was delayed until the opening on December 14th, 2003. So almost 2 years delayed. And of course, the other half of that resort, which was supposed to be the legendary years of 1900 through the 1940s, that changed theming completely. And of course, that became the Art of Animation Resort. And they're connected by the bridge, which was originally called the Generation Gap Bridge. I don't know if it's still called that, right on Hourglass Lake, but that's the bridge where the new Disney Skyliner station is. Dude, Real Geeks, thank you for joining. Good to have you here. So that was in 2001. Now, when I told you it was thin, I'm not kidding. On this day in 2004, The Game of Life, Pirates of the Caribbean, was released. Yeah, that was 15 years ago. So they've been doing cross promotions on games like that for years. I didn't realize that it was 15 years already for The Game of Life, Pirates of the Caribbean edition. Ooh. Also in 2004, The Wonderful World of Disney aired a show called, hey, there's a sleepy avatar with his sippy cup. Hey, Danny. Thank you, Mike. So on this day, The Wonderful World of Disney aired a show on ABC called Growing Pains, Return of the Seavers. Yeah, it's a thin day. Yes, that's right. It's Angela Lansbury's birthday as well. Thank you, Lena. Thank you so much for reminding me of that. I've been trying to stay away from birthdays, but of course, on thin days like this, you can't help but mention certain birthdays and potential significant deaths as well. In 2008, 3,000 people attended a premiere screening of High School Musical 3 at USC's Galen Center. It's home of the Trojan basketball team. Yeah, you know what? High School Musical, it's one of those things Now, I know I've never seen it. I don't believe Doug has ever seen it. And I don't think Pam has ever seen it. Amanda with the lucky minute. And Waltograms, Dougie, thank you for joining. Hello, fellow Disney nerds. Yes, thank you so much for being here, Dougie. Yeah, so the whole High School Musical thing has completely eluded me. But maybe I'll pick it up because there's a new series coming up on Disney Plus. When it premieres on November 12th, there will be a new series, High School Musical, the series. That's really what it's called. The Plush King, thanks for joining. High School Musical, the series, or the musical, the series. So yeah. Okay, High School Musical. Also, on this day in 2011, now this shows, hi Rob, thank you for joining. This shows how significant Disney is to the communities where they reside. On this day in 2011, more than 14,000 walkers descended onto Disneyland Resort for the 21st annual Chalk Walk in the Park. Now, Chalk is the local children's hospital, so it's Children's Hospital Orange County. So they take the acronym, it's called Chalk. And they raised $1.6 million that day for patient care and research of childhood illnesses. So that's pretty significant. Rob, enjoy your dinner. Yeah, definitely. Go get dinner. It's good to have you here, though, Rob. Thank you. So that was in 2011. Now, for the news of today. If you had not heard my desire to watch something significant on the first day that Disney Plus premieres on November 12th, I think I may have found my show. Doug, this is for you and me. I'm going to read a full synopsis here. It reveals a show called The Imagineering Story. It's a docuseries coming to Disney Plus when it premieres on November 12th. So here it is. Here's the full synopsis. Behind the magic of every Disney theme park lay mud, sweat, and tears. Creating happiness is hard work. For nearly 70 years, a unique blend of artists and engineers have cultivated an impossible notion from the mind of one man, Walt Disney, into a global phenomenon that touches the hearts of millions. These designers are called Imagineers. Given unprecedented access, Academy Award-nominated filmmaker Leslie Iwerks, who I believe is related to Ub Iwerks, the original animator of Mickey Mouse. And they lead the viewer on a journey behind the curtains of Walt Disney Imagineering, the little-known design and development center of the Walt Disney Company, to discover what it takes to create, design, and build 12 Disney theme parks around the world. The story of Walt Disney has been told, the story of animation has been told, but the story of Imagineering lies deep with the essence of Disney, starting with its founder, Walt himself. The 6-hour series chronicles its history. An organization best described as equal parts artist studio, design center, think tank, and innovation laboratory. This is where an eclectic group of creative people bring ideas to life. They're responsible for making make-believe believable inside the happiest places on Earth. People are connected to the Imagineers through their work, and yet they remain a mystery. 3 narrative threads intertwine through the decades: the spirit of the designers, the skill of the craft, and the drama of the theme park business. The viewer goes behind the scenes to witness the creation of Disneyland and every subsequent theme park, from Epcot and Disney's Animal Kingdom to the parks in Tokyo, Paris, and Shanghai. The viewer sees the trials and tribulations as well as the joys and successes behind the making of classic attractions, from Pirates of the Caribbean and Haunted Mansion to new favorites like Cars Land and Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. Today's Imagineers stand on the shoulders of those who came before. The keys to their future success lie in the culmination of nearly 70 years of lessons learned, tribal knowledge passed down through the generations. Once a spark of inspiration in Walt Disney's mind, now the sun never sets on a Disney park somewhere in the world. It's narrated by Angela Bassett. So that's going to be a pretty cool series. I'm looking forward to it, Doug. I know you are. Also on this day, there was a third quarter release for the injury report at Walt Disney World. There are injuries that include things at Animal Kingdom, Epcot, Disney Studios, and Magic Kingdom. Things like, well, for instance, on this one, Expedition Everest, a 41-year-old female had a seizure after experiencing the attraction. They have to document these things. It's a regular report. So, yeah, they always have to document these things. So, kind of interesting. There was one that actually happened at Typhoon Lagoon at Castaway Creek, a 44-year-old female on September 22nd. She experienced sudden memory loss. I have no idea why, but it's just something that they have to report. So, like I said, it's thin news today, but I'll tell you, I am very excited about that one documentary, that docuseries that's going to be on Disney+. So I think that's going to be the first thing that Doug and I watch, at least. Hopefully Doug won't mind that I'm making an executive decision about that, because he was looking for something like that. But Doug and I, we love history and hearing stories about the Walt Disney Company, so it's right up our alley. Okay, you're hyped about tonight, are you, Danny? Well, let's talk about that. Tonight, from theliveplace.com, Dean, our sponsor, covers all of that. No, that is what we will see to christen it. Thank you, Doug. I thought you'd want to see that. Dean from The Live Place always supports us. 70 plus channels now are advertised all the time on his site, theliveplace.com. Go out and check out and see what's going on with it. I want to see the Marvel Heroes doc series. You know what, Stevie? I do too. I want to see that as well. But I think The Imagineering Way is going to be the first one we watch. The Imagineering Story. Oh, D&G. I didn't see you join. Thanks for being here. Speaking of D&G, they're going to be on tonight. But first, at 7 p.m. tonight, Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific, Disney Nerd Herders will be hosting the Shep family for their grilling session. They ask a lot of questions, and you get to really know the person that they're interviewing. So in this case, it's going to be Shep. Then at 8 o'clock tonight, Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, DNG Explorers. They are one of our support channels. They are celebrating 2 years of it's their Exploriversary. I think that's how they called it. 2 years on YouTube exploring and documenting their experiences. So that's tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. Happy anniversary, Derek. Happy anniversary, Gregory. We look forward to watching that. Like I said, they are one of our support channels. And let's see. Also tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, This and That. They are going to be continuing with their regular show. This time it's going to be hosted on the Shep family. Also at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, that happens to be another one of our support channels. Two Real Geeks will be on tonight. And yeah, there it is. It's going to be on Miguel, the Annual Pass Holders channel tonight. So tonight they're going to be talking about the differences between Fright Fest and Horror Nights. So Hollywood Horror Nights, I believe is what it's called, Danny. So they're going to talk the differences between those two festivals, between Universal and Six Flags Parks. Of course, you could always talk about Cedar Fair as well, because they've got their Halloween haunts with Knott's Berry Farm, of course, leading the way on that. They are the original Halloween haunt back from the 70s. Wow. Anyway, that is tonight. Disney Nerd Herders, D&G Explorers, This and That. And don't forget Theme Park Fix tonight on Miguel, the Annual Pass Holder, where he will host Two Real Geeks for their conversation. And again, thank you so much for watching. Go and check out our support channels, D&G Explorers and Two Real Geeks. We really appreciate their help with getting the word out on our channel as well. And also, Ben is in the midst of an edit for his video, which will be dropping tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific. It's going to be another restaurant review. So get ready to be hungry while you're watching it. In this case, it's another burger joint that's local to the Bay Area. Not just California, but this one is Bay Area specific. And we're there not as often as I'd like, but it's also one of those places that I probably shouldn't go to all the time, but it is rather decadent. We really like this place. So check out Ben's show tomorrow, Life with Ben, only on PTV. So everyone, thank you so much for joining me for this edition of the Daily Dose of Disney. I really appreciate you being here. It's always great to talk with you all my villagers. We love you very much. We just cannot do this without you. Little darling, yeah, thank you. And Stevie and Lena, everyone that's been here in the stream, Mike, all of you that have been here in the stream, thank you so much for joining me here. I really appreciate your time. It's been a wonderful time, and we'll be watching some of your shows tonight. So that is if I don't fall asleep. I'm kind of tired. It's been a rough week. But anyway, everyone, have a magical evening, everyone. Oh, Plush King. Yeah, we love this community as well. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Have a great evening, everyone. Don't forget, yeah, the night starts at 7 p.m. with Disney Nerd Herders and then goes on to D&G. So everyone, hi and bye. Thanks, Jeff. Thank you for being here. And Blue Nose, thank you. Everyone, it has been my pleasure to read the news to you today. Everyone, have a magical evening and have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow with another edition of the Daily Dose of Disney. And don't forget to tune in tonight on those shows and check out Ben tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific for another edition of Life with Ben. I'll see you all later. Bye, everyone.